Hi, it's Miss Susan here. And I was reminded this morning as I was walking through the fog of a poem that I have loved for a long time. And it's one that I hope all children will hear and also love. It's one that is in many, many collections, so I typed it out so that you can see the words as I read it. It's called Fog by Carl Sandburg. The fog comes in on little cat feet. It sits looking over harbor and city on silent haunches and then moves on, just like a cat. I love fog and I love kitty cats, so this is a favorite of mine. It was written 104 years ago, so think of all the people that have had a chance to love it since then. That's Fog by Carl Sandburg. I found some other poems about fog too in this gorgeous collection called Book of Nature Poetry. It's published by National Geographic. And the man who chose these poems, Poet Laureate J. Patrick Lewis, here's a picture of him. Look at the smile on his face and holding all those poetry books as he got to choose all these beautiful poems for children to read. All right, so here's one that's called San Francisco Any Night, but I think it could also be called Mount Desert Island Almost Any Morning. It's written by Kelly Ramsdell Feynman, and the subtitle, San Francisco Any Night, is after Carl Sandburg. So she was thinking of this fog poem when she wrote her fog poem. In the evening, the fog billows in from the bay. It creeps up the hills the way a cat sneaks up on a bird at the feeder. The fog, like the cat, cannot long avoid detection. Cresting the hilltops, it spills down the streets, a rolling blanket of cold gray mist. Wear a coat, pull the collar close. The bird may fly from the cat, but no one can evade the fog. So that's by Kelly Ramsdell Feynman, inspired by Carl Sandburg's poem. And here's another one that is especially happy, because that's what happened today. The fog took off and the sun came out. This is called The Sun and the Fog by Emily Dickinson, a poet that I hope you've heard of. The sun and the fog contested the government of the day. The sun took down his yellow whip and drove the fog away. Just like today, the sun came out and the fog is gone. Let me read that one more time. The sun and the fog contested the government of the day. That means that they kind of had a little contest to see who would win. The sun took down his yellow whip and drove the fog away. So, today the sun won, by Emily Dickinson. So this is a book that I hope everyone can have, or at least read at some point. Nature poetry. It's just fabulous. It's got so many gorgeous pictures and beautiful, beautiful poems. So thank you for listening to my poems about fog. You know what? I am going to finish reading this book, and then I am going to fill out my summer reading postcard and drop it in the book drop at the library so that I can contribute $1 to the Westside Food Pantry. The Westside Food Pantry helps us buy groceries when times are hard. So during this pandemic, they're working especially hard. And the First National Bank is helping us do this. All we have to do is read a book, fill out this little card, drop it in the book drop, and automatically $1 gets donated to the food pantry. So thanks very much for filling out your postcards, and thanks for listening.